Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bup, 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 bup.
I, we're always on the edge. We fight and make love at the same time. Would you break up just because I told you what I did last night? I recall the times you said you're sorry. I'm still not sure if you told lies. But I don't care, it's all forgotten now. We're holy when we touch anyhow. Holy when we touch anyhow. Give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers to survive. Just let us keep on with the black guys. With the black guys. Hanging up to see if you would call me. I miss you more when you seem too far away. And you can blame it all on me as long as we can find our way. Do you remember all the times we tried to stop this? Yeah, we end up the same every time. Cause when our bodies meet, there's nothing left to fight about. We're holy when we touch anyhow. Give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers to survive. Just let us keep on with the black guys. Give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers to survive. Just let us keep on with the black guys. Somewhere in between our secrets, there's an imminent storm. It's unavoidable, yeah. But as long as I feel that you see me, I will pay no mind at all. So give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers to survive. Just let us keep on with the black guys. Give me a chance to make it right.
Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Thank you so much for being here, calling yourself crypto lifers, and jumping on into the live stream. Here I am every single day without miss. I am your most loyal friend. I am your friend, and when you call, I always answer the phone. I show up every time on time, sometimes a little bit early. I'm ready to rock for you every single day. Let's get into Bitcoin. Let's talk about the Fed. Let's talk about what we see. Let's talk about world markets, futures, and more. Let me show you what's going down so you can help navigate world markets, because we're not just, YouTubers here who go over Bitcoin. We go over the world markets, and we talk about what's happening. Look, the Dow up 471 points. I've been telling everybody this. Have I not? Let's take a look at the Dow real quick. I know it's a Bitcoin show, but let's take a look at the Dow, as the Dow is strictly correlated to Bitcoin. I know I have a lot of people that do trade securities here and there, although I do not go over securities. You want to make that very, very clear. Okay. I talked about this being an inverted head and shoulder. I showed it to you. I said these break to the upside. I talked about this being a cup with a handle. Cup and handles break to the upside. Did I not? I went over this. I accurately called the Dow Jones Industrial retrace. Hold on. Let's pause this, because nobody did this. Nobody in the entire markets did this. Guys that study securities for a living didn't do this. I don't even dabble in the Dow. I'm in Bitcoin all day long. I called this move on the Dow. Clean as clean. Shout out to everyone here on the channel. My name is the Crypto Lifer. Thank you for coming on in. Hope you're having a good morning, day, afternoon, night, no matter where you are in the world. If you like my content and the vibe that I provide, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and don't forget to hit that like button. Now, why is my channel growing so rapidly? Why did BitBoy put me on his channel? Why do people feel the need to listen to the Lifer? Well, I'm going to break it down for you right now. World markets were in shambles. People were screaming. On this day, the market was down 1,000 points. It looked like the beginning of the end. However, I drew an inverted head and shoulder on the 15-minute because I know how to zoom in, and I teach my students this. I also have a famed pattern that I am famous for, Everyone knows it, but I'm famous for using it more than any other YouTuber on YouTube, maybe any other trader in the world at this point. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy because I find the cup and handle, no matter where it is, no matter how it is slanted, twisted, or perfect, and I call it to the upside, and I stick true to this pattern, and I stay to this pattern, and I trade it over and over and over and over and over again. You could say basically almost everything I do is somewhat part of a cup and handle or the end result of a cup and handle or a push-up off of the cup and handle, blast off, and then the bounce off support. But anyway, I looked at this and I said, have no fear. I said this is a cup and handle, should break to the upside with a measured move for the Dow up here around $35,000. We did wick to this exact resistance. See, this was resistance and the 200-day moving average, expected for a little pullback there, bounce off probably the 21-day moving average. This is perfect pullback. This is a beautiful thing. The Dow now up 361 points on the day. Slight sell-off at the resistance. But I called this cup. I called this handle. So while the whole world was freaking out, while the whole world was wondering what the Fed was going to do, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. I found this cup and handle. I had a pretty high probability that the Dow was going to break and bounce off this head, make a right shoulder, and blast off to the upside. Also, if you look at the daily time frame, I'm a very nuts and bolts type of guy. I get in and do the same things over and over again. The daily was low right here on the stochastics RSI. We pumped to the upside. The daily was low here on the stochastics RSI. We pumped to the upside. That's 2 for 2. The daily got low here on the stochastics RSI, double bottomed actually, and we had a reverse to the upside. That is 3 for 3. The daily was low here on the stochastics RSI. We would have a pump to the upside. That's 4 for 4. The daily was low here, and I said to everybody, have no fear. The Dow will recover. We will see a bust off because the daily stochastics are low. And I've seen it the last 5 times in a row. Now, past performance does not guarantee future results. However, as I do this over and over again, and after 15 years and 7 years of constantly experimenting and 5 years of playing with RSIs, stochastics RSIs, and instruments, I have come to find probabilities that I can depend on and begin to rely on. This is something that I see. Also, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but let me blow your mind a bit here. This is what's called a slanted cup and handle. Slanted cup and handle. It's a bit slanted. It still is the cup. It still is the handle. This should play out to the upside from wick to wick, and we should get a measured move up here to about $37,000 if my trajectory is correct, and many, many times it is. If you like this type of content, if you liked watching what you saw here, if you understand that I can predict and somewhat have a good probability over any market in the world, gold, the Dow, the Japanese yuan versus the US dollar, Bitcoin, altcoins, you name it, come to my live stream every single day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Sunday night at 8 p.m. to get you ready for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close so you can see what's happening in the Dow, futures, and more to get you ready. Even if you trade stocks, it's probably a good idea to watch my channel since Bitcoin is quietly correlated to the markets. I also do tutoring and one-on-one. I'll teach you this with everything I have. I have a beginner's course where I take you through all of this stuff and really break it down for you every Tuesday from 3 to 5. I also do a MetaMask course every Friday from 1 to 3. So Tuesdays from 3 to 5, Fridays from 1 to 3. Those are my 2 courses. Tuesdays is the beginner's course on TA. Friday is the course on MetaMask. And I also will tutor you one-on-one for $200 an hour on anything you want and any question that you need. I also have an amazing trading group. You should jump on in for $99 a month, and you'll be able to predict markets just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. All right, we did it. We did it. I think there was one mistake there. We'll make it through. Shout out to all my lifers. And as much as that was a segment, that was a beautiful learning experience. I'm showing you how you can use everything I teach you to trade any market in the world. Let's get that lemon into the water. Ooh, all over my coat. And that's what I realized. Lately I saw there's all these sparkles all over my equipment. And I'm like, what is that? I'm like, it's the lemon water. It's the lemon water because it's like a substance. Aha, I finally figured that out. Got it all over my shirt. What are you going to do? Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at the Dow. So far, so good that we are up 371 points. The Dow. And show me the chart, show me the news. The news says that the Fed meeting ain't going to be too scary, that they've already priced it in, and we should be okay. We're going to take a look at some alts that are popping too. Telcoin up 17%. Waves, USDT pair, and BTC pair up between 26 and 30% respectively. EVX still beating it. And Front comes up out of nowhere, banging on them, up 62%. Did BitBoy jump back into his frontier? Word on the street is I will be on BitBoy tomorrow on Around the Block at 5 p.m. Catch me on Around the Block tomorrow at 5 p.m. My second appearance. I'm going to blow their minds. I got a whole thing planned. I can't wait. I'm excited. And shout out to the BitBoy team and all the people out there in crypto that keep pushing the narrative to be free. You have to realize we are all trying to free ourselves from the shackles of a corrupt banking system that has been holding us down for a long, long time. We will get there one day. That's a story for another time. But if you deep dive as far as I went, you would begin to learn why I got into Bitcoin. The reason I got into Bitcoin was simple. Because I saw they were printing money to the end of no return. And I saw that they did this to many, 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 many countries throughout the world over and over and over again. And over time, I said, wow, they'll keep printing my money. And watch this. If they, right now, gas prices went from $1 to $3, right? That's inflation, right? Last year was $1.20, 18 months ago. You know, now today, $3.30. So it's tripled in price, right? Inflation. So if inflation's tripled in price, that means the dollar's lost triples its value. You get what I'm saying? So that means if you work for $10,000 a month, you really only made $7,000 you really made $666 that month. You didn't make 10 grand because 18 months ago, you could have bought for $500, you could have bought all your groceries. Now your groceries cost $750. You get, and actually no, like a third more. Yeah, just seven or about $650. Like everything's gonna cost a third more. Okay, so when you got your paycheck, you're really getting a third less. Now, if you look at that in a 10-year period, that's like working for 3 years for free. People don't realize that. Do the math. If they're taking a third of what you took each week, and then you work for 10 years, they've stolen 3 years of your life, like completely, that you'll never see again and that you have no value for. And they always say, work hard and you'll get somewhere. Hard work pays off. There is an internal feeling of hard work. And if you release yourself from the material wants of money, and you realize that God is your savior, and you realize that the energies in life and the vibrations through those energies are what you're searching for, then you will be released. Then the cartels can't hold you down. Then the banks can't print you to zero because you'll never care about your value in money. Your value will be in you and who you are and how you feel about yourself and what you're doing. So fine, they could even steal those 3 years from you, but if you're proud of your work and proud of what you did, like if you're a bricklayer and you see the walkway that you made, so what? The bankers did what they did. They're the grimy ones who will go to hell. We'll be the ones who would inherit the earth. The good shall inherit the earth, and I truly, truly believe it. And keep believing. Don't worry, everybody. I know it gets dark. I know they're painting dark pictures around everybody. Have a deep breath. Have faith. Have faith in good people like me. Have faith in good people like yourself. Have faith that the good shall win this battle. Because it is a battle with good and evil. And you know it in your heart, and everyone here knows that. So shout out to everyone here on the live. The Dow Jones pumping back up to the upside, having a pullback at resistance, which is expected. 1 hour candles getting overbought as well. We should see a little bit of a pullback. Sad to say we might even see a flat Dow or a slightly negative Dow. It's all good as long as we bounce off 33,900. Now let's get into the elephant in the room. Bitcoin, steamrolling, doing its thing, wanting to move to the upside. It's been in this funky pattern, okay? You've got this rolling for you, okay? You got an idea that it's in a rising wedge that it fell out of and broke back into, okay? Fell out, broke back into the wedge. It's one idea, all right? We have another idea here, all right, that it's in this bigger wedge, okay? Some other people, like I saw Crypto, this is his idea. Again, that's why you want to watch different traders because everyone's going to have a different idea. And I usually don't watch him, but I got distracted this morning and I had to click his video. I don't mind him, actually. Like everyone else probably, I don't know, they might think I think he's pretty cool. He's a dude. He's living his life, man. I can't say I wouldn't want to be like, he's living his life every day, just doing them, you know? So take a look here. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Let's take a look here. So talks of a possible bearish retest there. In my opinion, that was a bearish retest. We broke it. Like, we got back in. So one could say that was the pattern, and we broke back into the pattern. That's a good sign. So right there, that defies what's called a bearish retest so far. I'm not saying everything's guaranteed, but so far. Also, I talked about 3 white soldiers. 1, 2, 3. Also, this is a bullish hammer doji. See this doji? Let's talk about a doji and say this is a bullish doji. I mean, what does that mean? I mean, look at how many people bought that doji up. When you see a wick of that size, these are tweezer bottoms too. Tweezer tops tend to tank. Tweezer bottoms tend to push the price to the upside. We're looking at price appreciation here for Bitcoin. Okay. 1, 2, 3 white soldiers usually presents a reversal, especially at the end of a downtrend. 3 white soldiers is a very strong pattern. We haven't seen it. We didn't see it there. We saw it there. We were defied. Okay. We saw it there. We were defied, but we did not break the all-time. We did not break the high to the left. You see that? At least in this small section, when we go back to the 1 hour, we did break the previous highs to the left. Let me show you. We had this high here that had to be broken. That is now support. Okay. This is now support. And this is now support. 33,120. 34,000. And funny, they brought it to 33. Of course, they were going to bring it to the 33. And I talked about this actually before it even happened. I said possibly we go to $33,000. We did. I said those words 2, 3 weeks ago if you were watching my live stream. If you're one of my lifers, we were heavily prepared for everything going down. We're getting better as a team. I'm having more educated people in the group. It's getting easier to bounce ideas off everybody. So my group is getting more educated people in it. So it's becoming even higher value. The value is going up in the group. It's still $99, and inflation, the value actually should be going up because the dollar is dropping, and the value in my group is going to the upside. So something to think about, okay? Now, this 4 hour has been looming overbought, and this is a rising wedge that breaks down 68% of the time. Says we could get a bounce down here back to 34,600. What's good about this is finally, like I was saying, when we got here, I was really worried because the 4 hour wanted to roll over, and I was like, and we're not even going to make a previous high. I was like, that is bearish. We made a previous high. That's great. Now we can come and make a lower low, and if we bounce there, it's still a higher low than this. That's still a confirmed uptrend, okay? Again, though, each level needs to be crossed. Like, we have to get a candle to close above $44,000, 43,600 here. It's crucial. We play games and get rejected. You could see this is just a bigger falling wedge. And there's chances that we don't. We're just continuing to the downside. So I don't want everyone to think we're out of this muck and mire yet. Okay? It's going to take some time. I don't think we see 60K till April or May. All right? I don't think we see 60K till April or May. But again, don't be discouraged. These are great times. These are the times that position me to be able to quit my job. These are the times that got me ready to chase my dreams. These are the times. It wasn't when the market was up huge. That was only a few months. It was during the bear market, or during the corrections, or during the hard times, during the times where this. And what is this? You know what this is. You know what it is. The crypto fear and greed index, where I go against the masses and I continue to buy. When it was down there at 10 and 11, I mean, yesterday was at 12. That's a steal. You may never get that value again. You may never get a chance to get Bitcoin down here on the lows again at $33,000. I'm telling you right now. And maybe you would. Maybe you go to 15K and I'll eat my words. But that's why I don't go all in, but I do buy bigger chunks when this gets lower into the gray. So I DCA at all times. 500, 100 here, 200 here, 100 here, 200, 500. When we get really low, it's 1,000, 4,000. When we get really low, it's a couple thousand, right? And I continue to build a bag. From here to here in a 3-month period, you'd be surprised. I'll deploy 50K slowly into Bitcoin, 500 at a time. Literally 10 times is 5K, then throw 5K here and there. Eventually you end up with a Bitcoin and a half. You don't even know how you did it, and you did it on the lows. I do this for a living, and then I wait a few years and I watch my money multiply. It's a pretty simple strategy. Now other people would say, oh, you should be buying altcoins and they make way more money and it's fat. Yeah, they do, but they go up and down way faster too, and it's highly more volatile. And I love holding my BTC, and I do trade altcoins. So I do it all. But I am a maxi of sorts for BTC because I study the gold standard. I studied scarcity. I studied why things go up in value. And to me, an altcoin will come and go. I've seen it happen many a time. Bitcoin is here to stay. So I got to reiterate that Bitcoin is here to stay. I continuously dollar cost average into Bitcoin without fear at all. And I have no worries because they can't keep printing Satoshis. Okay? They can't keep printing Satoshis. You know that. I know that. They know that. And the code has been written by Satoshi Nakamoto. And if they were so good, the code would have been broken by now. They're probably trying to crack it. I'm sure they are. And we'll get quantum protection on the code. And it's a battle for the white hats and the dark hats. Don't get me wrong. And don't think it isn't. There's people using, I bet North Korea is trying to hack that Bitcoin every day. Don't think they're not. Don't think things aren't, coming at us every single day here. Thanks for giving us your most precious asset, and that is your time. Phantom 3S is what I'm watching. Jimmy Phillips. It's why I bought. We will make it. This is the best year ever. How do you feel about OpenSea Solana integration coming? Photos leak Solana Phantom Wallet integration to OpenSea. Moon. I think a very big deal. I think it's going to be a big deal. Yeah, it's going to open up so much more commerce to Solana. And it's going to be so much better using Solana network on OpenSea. And, who wants to pay an Ethereum gas fee when they're just getting started? Who wants to buy a $50 NFT and pay so much for it? Nobody. Nobody wants to do that. Sorry, guys. I wanted $20K for a do-over. But if not, we'll make the best of what I did learn here. Hey, you never know. We will make this the best year ever. I hope so. I hope so. Shout out to everyone here on the live. We have 200 people watching, 86 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Let's get more comments in here. I guess we were going deep dive, so everyone was really watching. So we're deep diving on Bitcoin. So let's finish. I have so much more to say and talk about. I'm not even close to done. So this is a possibility that the 4-hour does roll over on us and come to the downside. Remember, after a lot of upside, there's always a pullback. Upside, pullback. Upside, pullback. Upside, pullback. So we'll be watching closely for the pullback as Bitcoin does crack $38,000, but there's a lot of euphoria in the market. You have to remember that. The dollar, and it's funny now that the Dow is struggling a little bit while Bitcoin up. So the Dow only up 0.4, Bitcoin up 2.8%. The Bitcoin beating up on the Dow Jones. Yes, just listening and placing a trade. We hear, boss. It's 2008, 2009 tech. How is that not hackable? Above my pay grade, I assume. It's not 2009, 2000 tech. It's cryptography, man. It's heavy duty typography. And it's information that only a small people know. Lifer killing it. Thanks for the positive energy every day. I keep the phone on me, but do remodel. Drop in a chat when I can, but listening. You're amazing, though. Shout out to Crypto, the only. You're the man, dude. Semi here. As more Bitcoin is mined, it secures the blockchain even further. It's impenetrable. Exactly. It gets more secure every time it gets more decentralized. Every time another miner jumps on, Bitcoin becomes more secure. In China, we got rid of all the miners out of China. That was the big deal. They can't say that anymore. Right? Can't say that anymore, so they can't use that against us. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. So I believe you see we have a rejection here. There's resistance right there. Slight resistance where these two candles close right there where we're hitting. Also, the top of the channel is a reason why we're seeing some people take some profits. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. It will propel us up or down. Interesting. The 50-minute has been a driver of price action lately. If you haven't noticed, it's been doing these little squiggly moves to the upside while the 4-hour stays pinned. The 1 hour has also been oscillating well and continuing to grind up slightly. 50 minutes says we could get another push to the upside here for Bitcoin to about $38,700. So that's an idea. Okay, exactly above my pay grade. What do I know? That's why I'm here. People forgot that Bitcoin can be enhanced with quantum resistance add-ons. Of course it can. They're going to add quantum resistance to Bitcoin. Don't think they won't. The entire crypto industry is all over it. They're the fastest programmers, some of the smartest people in the world. It will be a battle for the dark hats and the black hats. I believe the white hats will have an edge because they work together more transparently and they have more eyes on one thing. And whenever you have more people doing things like that, you tend to win. Open-mindedness beats secrecy almost every single time. So you can live in secrecy. I know who you are. We're watching you closely. We know who you are. We know exactly who you are. We have a bullseye on you. And people like me are going to keep coming until we win. So don't think it's ever going to be that easy. This could make a little bit of a Bart Simpson here. back to the downside and make a bounce off of $37,000. We're still overbought on the 1 hour. We could pump up a little more here, flip around, but I'm expecting a little bit of a pullback. Please, at one point, at least back to the bottom of the pattern here of this falling wedge. Remember, we have a bigger one too here as well, a rising wedge. We have a bigger one here too as well. That could fall to the downside. However, I do want to talk about, this is what today is, the last 2 days, and show me the charts, I'll show you the news. It's everyone's indecisive, so the charts show indecisiveness. You see? When I get more of a probability one way or the other, bang. This is a bit of a shoulder, head and shoulder. This is an inverted head and shoulder. This does say it wants to break up 68% of the time. It's not guaranteed to do it though, but it says that it will. We could even bounce down here and make another kind of, it could be what's called a complex inverted head and shoulder where it makes multiple shoulders here. Okay. Levels to watch for Bitcoin right now are 37,300. If it breaks that, it's highly likely to come back down to the bottom of the pattern and retest or possibly retest 36,005. So we're watching 37,300 and 36,005 on the local level. Okay. Can we break out of this inverted head and shoulder to the upside? Can this rising wedge break out parabolically? Are we starting a parabola out of the channel? Once we broke back into this, are we starting to make a bit of a move here? You could even just lower this and throw that in there. Does Bitcoin want to start a bit of a parabola out of the pain? It would be amazing, wouldn't it? And I don't want to get your hopes up. I take it one day at a time. I am not even close to bullish until we get above like 42K, honestly. Like 42K is a line in the sand for me. It's a psychological level that everybody knows about. It was a previous high. It's a number that you just think 42, you know. And so you gotta remind yourself of it and keep yourself wary of it. I suggest everybody have a Bitcoin USDT Binance chart and a Bitcoin USD Coinbase chart. I suggest that you chart all your local levels on the USDT Binance chart and you chart your weekly levels on the USD Coinbase chart. Make sure you have two separate charts. Make sure you have one where you could do deep dives like I'm doing here and really get into the nitty gritty. And then make sure you have another one where you can see the big picture. And make sure you look at them both every day and you get a good perspective of what's happening. So let's stick to the 15-minute. This 15-minute does suggest it may want to pop. As you know, I am called Sammy Cup and Handy. This is a bit of a cup and handle. See that? There's your cup. There's your handle. This could break to the upside and get Bitcoin to $39,000 before the 1 hour and the 4 hour eventually want to kick back to the downside. This would be great because bounces of support would be called here at about 37,000, 37,003, and then of course this more local level here at 37,000 even, and then 36,500. So those are four areas to watch. Once we start to roll over on the 4 hour, it's got to happen at one point. So shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and being a part of the live stream. I'm looking at the chat right now. Kevin, it's your Wi-Fi. I was one of your first subscribers, and I'm glad I found you. Priceless information. Shout out to Nick Morgan. Appreciate you, Nick. I remember when you first came down, man. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Kevin Conzone. Why is my live feed blurry? Because you probably have whack internet or you haven't gone to the bottom and hit the, resolution button. But I will show you the live stream, and it is crispier than crispy while I'm live streaming. So if I can push out, because I'm pushing out right now, megabits per second, right? So if I can push out, right? And bam, there I am right there. If I can push out, all right, 222 people watching in 2022. If I can push out and look how crispy clear I am, and then I can hit, 1080 here, and I could even play it while I'm live streaming. That's how much buffer speed I pay for high-end internet here. You don't worry, see that? Bang. So your stream should not be blurry because I'm pushing out this content and I'm not blurry. You get it? So just think of that. I just want that to be kind of thought about. Just realized there is like an outline around my my screen. That's not right, right? Whatever, I'll have to fix it tomorrow. But I see this black outline. I'm a little off center there for whatever reason. Anyway, that's going to mess with me, but we'll move on. Okay, so cup and handle for Bitcoin in the 15-minute. That's what we're going to watch. If that breaks out, that's really going to commend if the 1 hour stays pinned. It's a crazy day. There's a lot of speculation. I believe it's priced in. People know what the Fed's going to do, and they're going to be pretty weak on today's meeting. Again, anything is possible. I could be 100% wrong. That's what I've heard from some foreign stations, from some Dutch people, some other people, and some of my own lifers have even given me some information. So anything is possible. We'll see from there. I'm Chris Pearson. Shout out to Chris P. God bless you. You're so OCD. Oh, very OCD. Yeah. I don't just this one. We got the most Kevins I've been around in the lifer fam. Oh, we got so many Kevins, it's insane. Kevins are like, Kevin just love the lifer. We found that out early too. It's a great name. It is, man. It's easy. It flows. What's up, Kev? When you call someone Kev, it's so easy, you know? What up, Kev? So we're going to watch this in the 15-minute. You can rechart this yourself. I gave you the idea that the 1 hour and the 4 hour, they're going to roll over. How they roll over and when is the question, and from where. Okay. Shout out to all my lifers. Thank you for coming on into the live and being a part of the Crypto Lifer live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you. So we went over the 15-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour. We're going to go to a different chart now, a different Bitcoin chart. And we're going to be looking at Bitcoin on the USD pair on Coinbase, which is a long, it's a chart I've been trading for a long time. So look at this, Bitcoin in the 15-minute breaking out of the falling wedge. We suggested that this would occur. Interesting. This moved, it should be like this, right? But that's your idea there. Bang, bang, bang. You play the breakout of the falling wedge, okay? Play the breakout of the falling wedge. I've been wary since the 4 hours wanting to roll. We've even seen some bearish divergence. See, like on the 15, you have swing up to swing up, and this is getting flat here on the stochastics or on the RSI. That's a bit of bearish divvy right there. You go to the 1 hour, it's still a little bit of bearish divvy. It's, it's exaggerated bearish divergence. It's starting to be some bearish divergence. We go to the 4 hour. Is it still bearish divergence? I can't really see. Interesting. But just heed that 1 hour bearish divergence. Says we should get a pullback, However, this is looking very like ascending triangle. I don't know. It's looking, this is looking interesting to me. Like it feels like Bitcoin wants to wedge up into this area here and get tight and blast to the upside. Okay. We're going to go look at some macro levels now on Bitcoin, and we're going to look at Bitcoin on a bigger idea chart. Okay. At least there ain't a lot of Karens. That's funny, man. 230 is correct. The swing was already put out there. You asked me what swing it would be if the cup and handle was correct, right? We went over that. You can go back and look at it. It's labeled right there. You can kind of like pinpoint the line there if you'd like. I believe it was this cup with this handle. Even look, it is crazy, but this cup and handle broke out. And I saw this one. Cup. This is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy, because I see it and I play it, and I see it and I play it. And it's OCD works very well for someone who's trading cryptocurrency. And bam, we break to the upside of the measured move, which is the exact length. I mean, look at that. It matches exactly. That's how you play these cup and handies. It's also a slanted double bottom. You see that? That could actually prevail. And look, this is a cup with a handle too then that prevailed again. Look, it's nuts. And this is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. But look, this is a cup and handle here. And I don't trade like anybody else. I have my own style. If you just do your own thing, eventually you'll trade your own way. Just like every rapper has their own style. Every basketball player has their own little, like no one does it exactly the same. And look, there's a cup and handle. You would take the length of the pole here to the wick in the middle, and that's your measured move. And bam, pretty close, pretty spot on with the wick even to the upside there. We go to the 15-minute, look how apparent it was. So cup and handle, cup and handle. You could even have said this, watch this, gets crazy. But this is a cup. And this is why I trade the cup and handle. And I see it, I have a mentor, he can't see any of this stuff. It's funny. He doesn't see the market the way I see it. It's funny. We see he taught me a lot, but he doesn't see the market anywhere the way I see it. And nobody should. There's not a hit on him or me. Nobody should. It's just everyone has a different It's an art. This is an art. Nobody's going to draw their art the same. No one's going to see. But look at my art, though. And look how it pans out. Now, it's a more slanted. That's a more slanted. But, but it says eventually it does want to get to that target. The cup and handles love to play out over time. Okay? Now, we're going to delete everything right here. And we're going to start from scratch. And we're going to take a look at the weekly chart. All right? We're going to look at Bitcoin in the big boy style. All right? And clearly you can see there's a range here. There's a range right here. And 42K is going to be it's going to be a bit of a deal for us. It's going to be a place. Okay? That 4185 region. We'll come out and we'll put one of my nifty little ranges, right? So we're going to watch this level closely. I'm not the only YouTuber saying it, but it's just nice and neat and easy to see. Okay? I just hit copy paste and grabbed it from here. Here's our next level to watch for closely. These 2 wicks are a big deal. The last time we got 2 wicks like that, we had a big reversal. We got 2 wicks right there. We had a big reversal. We have 2 wicks right there. We have a big reversal. All right? But this will be a very hard range to break into. And it's going to be resistance for sure, in my humble opinion. The weekly wants to fly. It's getting ready. I mean, the stochastics RSI are getting low. Usually don't get too low before we have a huge push to the upside. We're getting very close to the pandemic low of the RSI on the weekly, which is hard to do. That means there was a lot of fear going down. Also, what I just saw, which is really exciting to me because I'm a hidden bullish divergence guy, that green candle right there, if that green candle holds, and next week, which this closes in 4 days and 9 hours, if this candle closes green and another one opens up, it will begin to confirm hidden bullish divergence, which I've called bottoms here. I called the bottom the last time, right here. Swing up to swing up, and I saw what's called hidden bullish right here. No other channel did this. I'm telling you right now. I was the only guy. And I also pulled a Fibonacci, and I was bang, I was 618, retracement, we were ready to go. So, and I'll show you that here too. Alt F. This is my claim to fame. It kind of made my channel because a lot of people were shorting the market. A lot of people left the YouTubers that were telling them to short, and they came on into my channel. My channel had a huge growth because I clearly went over the fundamentals, and I said, listen, everybody, this is swing up to swing up, that's swing down to swing down. Right? That's hidden bullish. Tells you that the trend will continue further than the previous trend. Doesn't mean it won't have a problem eventually, but it will say eventually will crack the high. You will crack the all-time high is what these mean. So this means here you will crack this high. That's what it's telling us. That's what it's telling us. Also, in my humble opinion, a good bounce is where the head and shoulder eventually hits its support. You can kind of if you want to be a little you could say, man, I mean, that kind of was the measured move of this head and shoulder pattern. It was a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. We can negate that at this point. We can stop talking about it because it happened. It hit the measured move. We can move on. All right? We can completely move on from that. All right? Gang, lifer for life. Been here since 1.5K. Aaron Chapman. I love that, man. Patreon is amazing. 24/7 resource, exclusive lifer charts, beginner TA, learning library, traders from around the world, VIP charts and ideas. Hit the link for the Patreon. Can anyone tell me when forming a cup and handle where exactly we were aiming our points? Middle wicks. You got to find the lowest wick near the middle. Sometimes it's far left. Sometimes it's close middle. Sometimes it's angled on the top. You just got to keep drawing this and you'll find it over time. Just keep drawing them over time. Watch what I'm doing. I draw 100, 10 or 20 cup and handles every live stream. If you catch 3 or 4 live streams a week, you'll be ready to go. Just keep watching what I'm doing. Pause the video from earlier today. Take a screenshot. Redraw your chart and make it look just like mine. You have the answers. They're already given to you. I'm telling you right now, the person that does, and I'm not saying I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to be. I am a very independent guy. I didn't get where I'm at asking a lot of asking people for things. I'm not saying I want to bless you. I will show you the measured moves and all that. I'm going to come out with a life story of mine, right? So there's nothing to do with the person that asked that comment at all. I want to completely attach from that. Yeah, I mean, I would negate it because to me it hit the measured move. Yes, Jimmy. I would, Jimmy. So check it out. When it comes to, finding the truth, trying to find your way, you can't ask people. Like, you got to find your soul, yourself. You got to go out into nature and be alone. You got to spend some time alone. A lot of people don't want to be alone. They want to, Netflix, TV, iPhone. They don't want you to ever be alone. They want to control your mind. When you run into nature and you sit alone in nature, you get a sense of who you are. You hear the quietness and you begin to focus on you. All right? You hear a bird chirp. You watch a squirrel grab a nut. You realize that everyone's fighting for their life out there through the synergy of nature. You feel part of it all. You hold a tree with your hand and you know that it's grown for 40 years there and it continues to grow and it waits for the sun to feed it its nourishment. And that is a miracle. You see the sun and the sun shine on you. You can feel its heat from thousands of millions of light years away, and you can feel its heat on your eyelash because you are such a being on this tiny earth, and you know that you are blessed. You find a nice rock and you sit down near a stream and you hear the water, and you realize that H2O is a blessing on this earth. You sit there and you listen to the flow of the water while you let the sun hit your face, and you let nature take you where it needs to take you. I do that as much as I can. I told my wife when I was young, my parents, thank God, bought a house right near 500 acres of woods. And so I would go in there at 9 years old alone. Like, my parents could see me. And I would go in there alone, 9, 10, 11. By 15, I had this love to be alone in nature. By 15 years old, I had such a care for animals and a care for this world. By the time I was in my mid-teens, and then I began to sail. And I used the wind to push my boat. And I realized that I didn't need an engine to travel. And I learned sailing and I became a very good sailor. And I learned the powers of this nature earth that we live in are so special and so beautiful. And I didn't know I was going to go on a rant on Mother Earth today. But I'm telling you right now, if you're having trouble finding your way, please just go into nature a couple times a week. Meditate and find your peace. Because that's what it's there for. And that will restore you, okay? Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I built a fort in the woods and skipped school. That's my dad. My dad did the same thing. It's funny you said that. My dad did the same thing. Okay. So, Jordan Cameron Crypto, man. Shout out to Jordan. Is that the real Jordan Cameron? I hope he's there, man. Yo, I love to get emotional here on the live stream, man. Every single time. I don't know if that's the fake Jordan or the real Jordan. How can we find out if that's the real Jordan Cameron, man? But I know he comes in here for the knowledge. Because if he has a stream every single day, then he's going to watch my stream. If you stream every single day, there's only 4 of us that do it consistently. You got Mitch Ray, you got Crown, you got that dude, and you got a few other people, but they're like some of these guys are really corny. They call themselves the Don and they change their voice and they're just they're weird people. I have to say I have a right to some people here. But anyway, this is also still a cup and handle, as I've talked about. And not many people have talked about because nobody trades my way. Exactly. And so I've been looking at this as a cup and handle for a long time. Now, I called the last cup and handle to the upside, and I called the $69,000 Bitcoin on October 4th. It was a month until it hit. I was 10 days off on my November 19th prediction. It hit it on November 11th or 10th. But I hit 69,000 to the dot, to the T. Okay? If you don't believe this, you could go here to Remote Chief, hit my profile, where you then leave this area here and find all my predictions that I leave set in stone. Okay? This is why people like and trust TradingView, because you can't manipulate the script here. You probably could if you were super high tech. I can't do it. So I put this out on October 4th. This is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. I suggested that Bitcoin would go to 69,070K on November 19th, November 20th. You press play. This is on October 4th. Nobody had a crystal ball. I said Bitcoin to pop. Target 69,000. Projection in a nice cup and handle. I played this hard. I actually longed it at 40,000. And bam. It hit that target on November 11th. I was 8 days off from my 1 month prior prediction. Nailed it to a T. Hit that. Moved on. Now we're in a bigger one. Bigger cup, bigger handle. Hey, you tell me. This is how I trade. You do what makes you happy. I do what makes me happy. A lot of people are crying for 10K, 15K, saying we're going all the way to the bottoms of bottoms. Richard Hart swears he calls the bottom every time. right? You got optical art crying that the whole markets will crash and we will implode, and maybe we will. I don't guarantee anything. I don't say, hey, this is guaranteed. This is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Back to the measured move. We are very oversold on the 4 hour. That thing needs to come down at one point. I mean, it's getting extended for way too long. However, at this point, we could start seeing a serious divergence in the stochastics, where it only really happens when price action starts to go crazy. And I've seen that right there, what I'm showing you. So be prepared for that. It's an anomaly in the stochastics. I'll show you a few of the anomalies in it in my trading group today on my live stream. I have a weekly meeting from 6 to 8:30. What a great day for us to meet with the Fed. We're going to see the Fed meeting. We're going to see price action, and then we're going to all sit down together tonight at 6 o'clock from 6 to 8:30. You can also have a Q&A, ask me questions, get to know me a little bit, have a blast. So I'm watching this very, very closely. It's got me a little worried. We may roll over on the 4 hour, okay? Sorry about that. Let's go back to the weekly. And now you can see the weekly here when I pull this. We bounce here, this 618 Fibonacci level. That's where we bounced before. We came back to it again. Are we double bottoming off the 618? These are possibilities. Getting bearish momentum in the MACD, but eventually you're going to get a pink line. And now I'm showing signs of hidden bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. Extremely oversold in the weekly. However, we were here before and we just milled down. We could see a little more and sweep 30K. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe we did this and sweep 30K. You have to be prepared for anything. I'm prepared for 10K. I'm prepared for 15K. Okay? Produce the Beats goes, stocks are getting a bounce too. We started with the Dow Jones at the beginning of the live stream. You may want to go back and check that out. Sorry for being brash, but I just, there's a reason why I covered the Dow for the first 10 minutes of the live. In depth too. And I showed you the prediction that we made on the Dow and how I actually called the reversal on the Dow when the whole market was bearish. We can make a collaboration evening live someday. I can message you on Twitter to validate I am the real one. Dude, that's Jordan Cameron, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, man. Guys, check out Jordan's channel. He goes live as much as I do. He's so consistent every day at 7 p.m. Just don't watch him when I go live at 7 p.m. No, I'm just... he was really funny the other day, dude. I had a clip of him, and I was on his channel, and I was like, dude, I think we're twins, because I was growing a beard. He had a beard on. And he's like, dude, I'm way better looking than you, Lifer, man. I'm way better looking. He made me laugh really hard. And at that point, he won me over. He must have known a little bit about my personality, and at that point, he won me over. He freaking charmed me. He charmed the pants off me. And the guy's a charmer. I mean, I don't know how he does it, but there's a reason why people like to watch his stream. He's funny. He's good. I've watched him probably over 100 times. I bounce into the live stream. You might see me there super chatting him, saying hi to him. The guy's funny, and he's consistent, and he works hard, and that's what I appreciate about people. So I appreciate you, Jordan, and I don't mind shouting you out, man. Check out his channel. Check out his channel. He's a good dude, and he's consistent, and he's there for you every night. Yeah. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on into the live stream. I would love to collab with you, man. That would be a blessing on blessings. A blessing on blessings. Okay, so look, the weekly is extremely oversold, but I got a cup in handy here, baby. And I'm Sammy Cup in handy, and I played this one, I played that one, and I play this one. Let's do it, baby. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. There's no volume? What are you talking about? Oh, there's no volume. I don't trade on volume. I mean, I trade on the movement here. Falling volume and falling price. Like what you want to, and you'll see this. Let's look at the 3-day or the daily chart. This is worrisome a little bit because you have rising price. You have rising volume with falling price, which tells you that things could continue down. It's a bearish sign. It is a bearish sign, right? Here, though, you could say that it's starting to flip on you. And you're starting to get falling volume. You want falling volume with falling price. Okay? Because that means that you can't continue in that direction. Oh, that's no good, though. Look, falling volume with rising price. It's a bearish sign. It's a bearish sign. We should get a reversal here. Maybe this is telling us later on today we aren't going to get the perfect news that we want. We could see a bounce down for Bitcoin. Okay? I didn't close my short. I kept it open. I kept it open. It's only down like $400. So I'm like, I'll either switch it off when the time is right, or I'm going to foresee it to the end. I kept my short open on the 4-hour basis. Can you believe that? It's been very hard to keep the short open, and I don't like to short Bitcoin at all, and it's very rare. But I've kept the short open based on this 4-hour because I know that the 4-hour, look, right here, pull back, 1. Right here, pull back, 2. Just like go by the math. Like don't try to lie to yourself, okay? Don't lie to yourself. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We did this yesterday, so I'll do it again, though. We were high here on the stochastics RSI. I use stochastics RSI, like till I'm blue in the face. It broke down here. We were high in the stochastics here. We went sideways. We didn't get any love. And then we eventually did dump. We were high here. We dumped. We were high here. We dumped. We're high here on the stochastics RSI yet again. There's an anomaly once in a while when Bitcoin goes just absolutely parabolic. But I'd be careful. Went long at 34K. You don't long Bitcoin till it breaks previous supports, my friend. Like, you don't long till it bounces off 42K, in my humble opinion. But again, do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, as you can see. Nothing that I do and say should be taken as financial advice. Ooh, my NFA. My NFA and you guys didn't tell me about my jar and my NFA. Whenever I do a video, the jar and the NFA disappear. Not financial advice. And throw some tips in my jar. You can move my balls around. It's not right. That's not right. I'm sorry. That's actually uncalled for. But you can move the balls in the jar around. You can move the balls in the jar around. I'm not trying to be. It just comes out the wrong way. I'm sorry. I dug myself a hole there. All right. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. I used to love Mike Myers. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Head, pants, now. I got a good Mike Myers impression. He's like, look at the size. When he's his dad in the So I Met My Mother Married an Axe Murderer, or So I Killed, I Married an Axe Murderer, the movie, and he's like, his dad's English, and his son's got this giant head, and he's like, would you look at the size of that boy's head? It's like a freaking orange on a toothpick. He's got his own weather system up there. And he calls him head. He's like, head, pants, now. And he makes the kid go get his pants. Head, the haggis. And he's like, go, you stayed your hour. It's kicking his son out of the house. Like, freaking great, man. It was great. That's one of my favorite movies, man. I love Mike Myers. He was huge for my generation. I'm an old man at this point. So this rising wedge does want to break to the downside. We do see an inverted head and shoulder. There's some mixed signals here. I'll tell you that right now. As I said before, I went for the smaller time frame, 15-minute, and I'll see what that does. If that continues to the upside, then we could push up and come down for a higher resistance. So all eyes on this idea. And again, if this rising wedge breaks out, that's parabolic city, my friends. Like, that starts to show signs of life. And then we're coming for 42K resistance. Okay? Highly likely we get rejected by that. And could there be a big short to the downside? We don't know. We shall see. We shall see. I don't trade like everybody else. I just trade what I see. A lot of people like to speculate and watch 100 other YouTubers. I didn't watch Jordan for the jokes. I don't watch Jordan for the TA. No, I'm just... Oh! Hey. I'm going to start my comedy show next week. Thank you for coming on in. No, but serious. No, but on a serious note. It was funny, man. Yeah, it could be setting up for a weekend dump. It's virtual plain toad. Shout out to Jesse Marshall. Love you, Jesse. Thank you for coming on in. Rodney for president. Little dust in the house. I'm allergic to dust, just so you know. I'm not sick. No tears if it drops. Money to be made both directions. Stay safe, fellow humans. Yes, we can long. We're going to long. We're going to short no matter what. We'll take a look at the short in a second, too. Weekly says this pull, no matter, even if we sweep the lows at 30K. Weekly says, we could double bottom and make this cup and handle work. So we shall see. We shall see. We went over Bitcoin. It's a lot of insight that we went over today in depth. All right. Let's go back to the show, though. Let's look at the dollar index like we do every single day. Let's take a look at the dollar index. The dollar index, shadily, is in a cup and handle on the weekly, too. Look at this. This is a cup. There's your little handle on the weekly chart. This is a bit of a giant cup. Look at the inverted head and shoulder that broke to the upside. I just want to show you that there's a reason for everything happening. And if you can start to backtest, then you can start to see the future as well. Previous results don't guarantee future outcomes, but they do help you see the probability of what is to come. And if you see it more and more, you'll see that you do see repetitive patterns inside of trading, okay? This wants to break to the upside. It could get all the way back up there. The dollar index to 100, that's scary business on the weekly. What is it, correlated with Bitcoin? Kind of strange, right? They're both low in the weekly chart. However, Bitcoin could slump more, and that could actually be beginning of its slump. Sometimes when the weekly just gets there, there's more downside too. The daily on the Dow, on the dollar, this is a good sign because we formed the flag, we hit our resistance point, and it looks like we're ready to roll back down to the downside here. Oh my God, he sneezed. That's the macaroni. He's got it. Velveeta all day, baby. This guy's funny, man. The macaroni. That's what you guys call it. It's a funny way to call it, the macaroni. Nah, I'm good. And honestly, actually, I can't even... If you want to DM me and have a talk one day about what I do to keep myself healthy, I drink the lemon water. I have the honey every single morning. Be Well Honey out of 54 Manquan Street in Pembroke, Mass. Get your Be Well Honey, and it's a play on words, be well with a little b. And they spell it B-E-E, of course. Duh. I mean, don't be stupid now. Don't be foolish. Actually, I don't like to even use that word. Don't be silly now. What do you think about Mana? I think Mana is great. I think when the market recovers, it's going to be a great play. I think Sand, Mana, and Engine are going to be easy money once the market pulls back to the upside. Okay. I've always disagreed when some people say trading is not predicting. It's only correct until you're good enough. I mean, trading isn't predicting. Trading is finding the high. No, trading is not predicting. That's the issue. Trading is using scientific oscillators and instruments and using them to find the highest probability of the likelihood of a trade to go in the way in which you planned. It's using oscillators and indicators to find the highest likelihood of the trade going in your way. Okay? That's what it is. All right? Dollar index on the daily does want to come to the downside. Can it Bart Simpson down? That's what we would like to see. It does control Bitcoin a little bit. Does want to pump on the 1 hour. Does want to dump on the 1 hour, just like Bitcoin. So they're kind of like closely correlated today. It's kind of interesting. It's weird. But on the 4 hour, they are not. And this 4 hour dollar does want to kind of pump. And it's at resistance here. I'll get rid of this stuff because it's like you want to shoulder, head, and shoulder there forming, though. That's actually a pretty good sign. We shall see. There's heavy resistance right there for the dollar. Let's get rejected by that. Oh, what we kind of saw was this. It fell out of the pattern, and then it broke back into the pattern. That's really what happened here when we want to really see the story. Fell out of the pattern, broke back in, fell out of the pattern. I wanted the bearish retest. We did not get that. We broke back into the pattern. Okay. So 4 hours bullish for Bitcoin. I'd watch, for the dollar, I'd watch Bitcoin because of these reasons. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Let's juxtapose it with Tether dominance like we do every day and see if we can get some insight out of that idea, because that gives you some information. Bitcoin dominance has been rising. Hard to trade alts when Bitcoin dominance rises. Look, cup with the handle. There was my measured move right there. We wicked to it, came back down, and then started our next. Look, cup with a handle. How crazy is that? There's a cup, and there's a handle there. I know you don't believe me, but over time, if you join my group, you'll be like, gosh, dang, this is insane. Look at Phantom. I mean, it followed Bitcoin, but a cup and a handle. There's your cup. I'm telling you right now, if you can learn how to trade the cup and handle, it'll change your life. I trade it every day, all the time. Small, on the 15-minute, on the 1 hour, on the daily, on the weekly, you name it. I'm trading that cup and handle. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy because I use the same patterns over and over again. I know many other patterns. That's a double bottom, broke to the upside, right? And now let's take a look at, we're going to look at Phantom in a second. And we're going to start going into the alts. I'm going to ask for you guys to send some super chats, send in the love. We're in a super chat drought right now for whatever reason. Longest time I think I've ever gone on the live stream without a super chat, but hey, it's all good. Oh, there it is. $1.99 from Roddy Robinson, moving balls. Shout out to Rodney for moving the balls, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Deborah, I still do. Me too, Roddy Robinson. I lived in my imagination. Shout out to Deborah Hardy. Bye, Felicia. We're using this thing called math. They said I learned it in school, but I was absent that day. Rod Slapdown. Funny. I've always disagreed with some people that said trading is not predicting. It's only correct when you're good enough. I don't know what that means. What do you think about cross-chain dexes? Any project in particular you prefer? I like Rubik's a lot. I like Velos a lot. I love cross-chain dexes. Multi-chain XYZ is pretty cool too. There's a bunch out coming out, and I believe it's definitely a deep dive. I want to make a video of top 5 multi-chain dexes. Top 5 multi-chain dexes, so we'll take a look. Any time frame. First live, you're awesome. Shout out to Mo Ali, man. Thank you so much for saying that. Appreciate you for coming on in. I try to keep it professional, as if you were watching a real show on TV. You know, this isn't just YouTube. This is a network. We're going to take it seriously to the day, till we take over every network in the world. But look, this was a cup and handle I predicted going to the upside. I know I have a lot of crazy work there. But Bitcoin dominance, and then let's take a look. US Tether dominance. You juxtapose these together, it's really, I'm giving you guys gold. Like, I give you gold every day. It's so gold that if I was a beginner, I wouldn't even know it was gold. So that makes sense. But over time, you're going to be like, that was gold. Like, you're going to look back on times and be like, wow, man. Let's keep the ball going. Shout out to OD for the $2. Appreciate you for throwing down. Thank you very much. So the dollar, look at that. It fell out. The US Tether dominance fell out of the pattern. That's a good sign. Look, shoulder, head, and shouldered, and it went right down. Look, that's a shoulder. There's a head, and there's a shoulder. Dumpage. Okay? That's Bitcoin's inverted head and shoulder and the push-up. See, like, Bitcoin's this. See, Bitcoin's in this exact pattern. See, they're inverted. They're exactly inverted. If I flip the chart upside down, that's Bitcoin's chart. See? So I'll blow your mind with stuff like this. So anyway, to me, that's almost an inverted cup and handle, but like, this does want to bounce back up to the upside. Let's get rid of everything. It's messy. I know. Okay, so look. Tether dominance is in a falling wedge. 68% chance of a break to the upside. Oversold on the 1 hour. Very oversold in the 4 hour. It's feeding for a bounce. It's feeding for a bounce to the upside. I'd be wary. I'd be wary due to this 4 hour. Eventually, we're going to get a push up, or maybe just a nasty, nasty downtrend. But, I mean, you're seeing some hidden bullish divergence starting to form. You're seeing some movement that the dollar index wants to pump on the 4 hour. Let's take a look at this on the 4 hour. And this actually wants to pump too, which we know what that happens. When it wants to pump, it usually means Bitcoin tanks, right? Or Bitcoin pumps hard. Now, if the Tether dominance wants to pump hard, then how can Bitcoin pump hard? So when I see these both bullish together, it tells me that we should have some problems for Bitcoin. And I predicted this last time when you looked over it, and Bitcoin took a nasty fall to 33K. So this is how we kind of saw that Bitcoin was going to have a bit of a pullback. If you want to be extra cautious, you throw the Bitcoin chart on, and then you see Bitcoin's in the rising wedge that breaks down 68% of the time. Now you have like what's called triple confluence in the charts, and it's hard for you to negate this stuff and say, well, yeah, I didn't see it like that. It could be something different. Bitcoin fell 400, 4K, and 40K. Will the next one be 400K? Well, one day it will retrace back to 400K. We'll be at 1 million, and we'll all be like, oh, man, like, And Bitcoin's, I guess it's playing games. It deleted like the price action for whatever reason. But we've looked at Bitcoin enough. You see it's in the rising wedge. But this is a good thing you want to do. Take your market Bitcoin dominance, take your US Tether dominance, juxtapose these puppies together. It's going to tell you a story. It's going to tell you a story that'll blow your mind. Super chat, Tectonic, MATIC, BTC fell to 400. Ooh, let's add to the movie Lifer to the Florida Fun. Let's add to the move Lifer to Florida Fun. Shout out to OD. Thank you so much for the $2 super chats. Thank you to the $1.99 from my man, Rodney Robinson. Thank you for Produce the Beats. Matic, please. Thanks for the stream. Shout out to Produce the Beats. You're the man, dude. Thank you for always being here and always supporting me. Appreciate it. Let's keep the ball going. Shout out to OD. Super chat, Tectonic. Let's take a look at Tectonic. Let's take a look at Matic real quick. It's so whack when Matic breaks below $2. It's like, it's like really like. Now, all eyes on Bitcoin. I mean, Matic's in the inverted head and shoulder. It broke to the upside. Again, everything's going to be overbought on the 4 hour. I'd be very wary of this. Looking like a bit of a downside coming. Looking like a bit of downside coming. Definitely. Nice chance to take some profits here. You know, the only hope we have is, again, that 15-minute flag. It's Bitcoin. Like, if you do Bitcoin, every USDT pair that has a more than a $2-3 billion market cap, anything that's a big blue chip coin, it's going to have the exact chart for Bitcoin. Like, they're going to be identical. They're going to be a little nuances slightly different, but they're going to be basically exactly identical. Right? If I go to this chart here, on make it open wide, right, and I go to Bitcoin, on like KuCoin, just look at it on, you know. And you have to also remember this stuff. Like, what was I saying yesterday? Yeah, we need a candle to close above this level. Super important that we break above that level. The measured move of this inverted head and shoulder to the upside there, right? Just crazy talk. I'm always looking at things in so many ways. But look, this is the Bitcoin chart. 1 hour. This is the MATIC chart on the 1 hour. The exact same chart. Okay. I'll even put them like that. Look. Same chart. Slight variations of each other. Same chart. Okay. So if I do Bitcoin and you got MATIC, it's the same. I basically did. I already did MATIC too. Now I didn't do MATIC as the course of where's the support and resistance lines. Resistance right there at 161. All right. We bounce low here off 153. Okay. We bounce here off 141. We bounce here off 13.06. Okay. 140 and so on and so forth. So MATIC did make a beautiful ascending triangle here. Look at that. And it broke to the upside, right? Measured move for that ascending triangle, just the length of this pole here till the next move, and that's kind of what you got. Can MATIC pump back up to the upside on the 15-minute, just like Bitcoin wants to? And I am showing some signs of bullishness, and there's some whispers of a light Fed. So, you know, we'll see. Swing up to swing low, swing down to swing down on Phantom 3S on KuCoin. Shout out to Jimmy Phillips. We'll take a look at Phantom 3S. We'll take a look at that. What kind of paint is on the vehicle? LOL. Troy is actually pretty nasty here. Going to be feeling freezing. Troy, it's actually pretty nasty here. Going to be freezing temps Sunday morning here. LOL. Ridiculous. Oh, you can't take it, little Florida boy? Oh, little Rodney has to wear a pair of jeans. He looked at me. I wear one pair of shorts. I wear one pair of shorts. Okay, so I'm just looking at the weather in Sarasota today. I want to see what it's going to be like. It's going to be 41 degrees. Wow, it's going to be 34 degrees on Sunday. Whoa, man. Yo. Rodney, man, you probably should just stay inside, man. Your nose might fall off, man. I think you should just stay inside, Rodney. Your nose will just fall right off, man. The bigger time frames tell us the big picture. Doesn't that suggest that the daily will tell us how that goes? Don't savor. Tom Ryan, Troy McDrains. It's funny, I'm starting to know every single one of the names here. This is creepy. Like, I know all y'all. Emilio Ramiro, XYO. What do you think? It's a good coin. I like the project. Send it a super chat, everyone, though, please. Admins, let them know. For me to deep dive or go over coin, they got to send it a super chat. We got way too much to go over, and we're cruising at the speed of light here. It's 11:22. In and out today, working on sermons for Sunday. Happy trading, y'all. Oh, that's awesome. You ask why do I hate the Colonel? Because he puts an addictive chemical in his chicken that makes him crave for it nightly, you smart ass. Oh, everybody loves the Colonel with his beady eyes. Oh, everyone's gonna eat my chicken. There was an internal comment made by the Pentaveret of 5 families. Dude, what he said in that what they were saying in that video, they were actually telling you some like the Pentaveret and the 5, like he was telling you some secret stuff. Like he was actually talking about deep society. Like it's funny, it was a joke, but like they wrote in some like if you research what he was saying, I mean, I'm not even gonna go there really, because if I go there, you never know. That's how serious what they said in that movie was. Like, when he's talking about the Pentaveret and the 5 families and like they control the wealth of the world. Like, hey, they weren't that far off in that movie, man. Popeye chicken sandwiches are the best. Evening Lifer, you're a legend. Where's the cash today? We're going to take a look. Have a guy from Cali work with us in Chicago. First day in Chicago winter, he was rocking back and forth. I got to go home. All you got to do is start moving around, man. 30 degrees is warm for us here. That ain't that bad. 9 degrees is when I start getting a little annoyed. 9 degrees with a wind chill is when I get a little pissed, you know? But for the most part, I mean, I don't mind, man. I don't mind. I can hang. Shout out to Jesse Marshall with the 99 super chat. You're the man, dude. You just made my day, man, that we both love that. You're awesome, bro. I love you. I knew there was a reason why I love you so much. Colonel has vegan nuggets now. What is the world coming to? Yeah, that stuff is gross, dude. That's all like fake canola oil and like soy processed. Like, oh man, all that stuff is horrible. The chicken is cloned. Oh yeah. Eating life for your legend. Cash today. Okay. Moving forward. All right. Moving forward. Watch Jordan start wearing a shirt and a tie. Jordan, you gonna start dressing up, man? I love it, man. Wouldn't interest rates taking purchasing power of the dollar cause the dollar price to become higher for Bitcoin? Very woke. Oh, no. Very woke. I don't like that word. Oh, sorry. Anyway, Chimera Chicken, Jesse Marshall. Jump around, jump up, and get down. West Coast Crypto News, man. You're the man. Funny. Nah, I'm moving if it hits 9. Diamond forming on Cadena on the 15-minute. Super chat Tectonic. We got to look at Tectonic for my man. Never heard of it. Let's find out what it is. Let's break it down. New coins every single day here on the channel. Okay? New coins every single day here on the channel. We find something new. We learn a new perspective, have a new idea, and we get down to brass tacks here every day on the channel. This isn't your normal YouTube channel. This is a place where people come to change their lives and that are serious. If you're serious about changing your life, if you want to do something different, I did. I worked a 9 to 5. I worked a night shift. I do not now work for anyone ever again. I'm the CEO of my own media company, and I'm continuing to push forward at the speed of light, and I love each and every one of you. I also have so much gratitude to everyone that comes to the live stream. Please hit that like button. It just does wonders for me and my family. It also helps a new beginner find the stream and do the right thing. Save someone else from losing a bunch of money. Hit the like button. Do the right thing. They may just learn a tactic. They may find out what the cup and handle is, and it may change their life. All right? Tectonic. We'll take a look at Tectonic. Okay. Tectonic at 10% up right now. And it has only a Chronos address, which is pretty cool. Okay. Let's see if Dex Screeners got this puppy. I don't know if it has Chronos. It might. Yeah, they got everything, man. This is really where you need to go. They got it all. They API'd to everything. They've done it the right way. Let's take a look at Tonic. And I actually like that. That's a cool ticker, right? Tonic. Wow, Tonic not stopping, double bottoming here, getting moved to the upside. Then you're putting that on our radar. You're like, wow, this thing has been up 28%. Okay, I thought it was bigger than that, but not too shabby off a double bottom. Now it is going to come to resistance here and resistance there and resistance there. Tonic. And you can see, I'll blow your mind right now, but that was a bit of a cup and handle. Could even kind of said this was your cup. This is your handle. Okay. Then you would have to take this wick to that wick. Like there would be really nothing else you could do. All right. See that? That's the algorithmic move. I know that's strange. I don't normally do that. That comes with time. Like you begin to be able to tweak things over time, but that's pretty much the measured move. Like we're pretty close to that. Starting to flag out a little bit here too. Let's take a look at indicators. If we can throw RSI on, that usually takes care of the Stokes and the Rally. And that's all we really need for now. Looks like we could get a bit of a push up here. 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. Let's see what the 4 hours. 4 hour wants to roll over just like Bitcoin. The whole market is following Bitcoin. That's following the Bitcoin stochastics RSI. Also extremely oversold here. I'd be very wary of a push to the downside. This looks like a suck in, like a kind of like a fake out, like a dead cat bounce, and just, you know, I'd be very, very careful. Okay. When is the Fed meeting? And thanks for everyday free knowledge. Sam, you're a legend. Shout out to Mike Beauregard, you're the man, dude. Thank you so much for you calling me a legend, man. I don't deserve such kind words. You're far too kind. Thank you. You're far too kind. Jay-Z. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you so much for coming on in. I appreciate you all. 278 people on the live stream. 251 people. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. And there's a little squirrel out my window. I see him. He just hopped by. I just saw a squirrel out my window, man. I like squirrels. Cute little guys. Definitely don't want him in my bed with me, but cute little guy. I've gotten many alerts on ship with 20% movements. What is the Fed meeting? The Fed meeting, I believe, is at 2 or 3 o'clock today. Okay. The Fed meeting is at 2 or 3 o'clock today. I may go live during it just to build the tension. Hang out, kind of go over, see what happened, watch price action, and chat with y'all, have some fun. So if you guys want to do that, there's a chance I could get my media team up and running. We could get that happening. All right. I just came up with the idea right now, though, so there's no guarantees that that is going to happen. All right. Okay. So we went over Bitcoin in depth, 100 different ways. Watch that live, recreate those charts, set them up for yourself. Okay. Watch that, set them up for yourself, and you basically have all the information you need. We're watching this flag on the 15-minute and seeing what it can give us. So far, it is breaking up to the upside. It's actually a pretty good sign that this is breaking up to the upside. So, again, measured move is just this tiny little length here. And again, it's slightly cup and handle-esque. But look at this. Swing up on the 15. That's bullish divergence. It doesn't, even if it's flat, I mean, that's bearish divergence right there. It tells you that we're probably going to have a nasty drop to the downside. Let's look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour showing some bearish divvy too. Like, strong. I mean, like, that's down and that's up. That's bearish divergence right there. It's not perfect. It's like class C. It could be stronger, right? You don't see any here yet on the 4 hour. So only on smaller time frames, not too significant yet. However, we keep going over the idea this is a rising wedge. All right. And I get sucked into the Bitcoin TA the second I start looking at it. You can always get a like from me, Crypto Lifer. Greetings from S Love Ninja. Thank you so much, Nicola Froletta. Appreciate that. Oh my God, Larry, you have cracked the secret of life, my friend. Angels are signing. Popeye's chicken sandwich with Chick-fil-A sauce, even better. Wow, Larry just outdid you. Like, he goes to Chick-fil-A. He gets the sauce. They give him 2 or 3. He keeps 2 in the car. All right, let's break this down. He keeps 2 special sauces in the car. Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, the next day, he goes over. He changes it up. He doesn't go to Chick-fil-A. He goes to Popeyes. And then he dips the Popeyes into the Chick-fil-A sauce. This man has cracked the code to a perfect life. No, I mean, I actually can't condone fast food, and it's not the best. It's fun to joke about it, all right? It's fun to joke about it. What did I eat last night? The night before, I had salmon and asparagus. That's it, with a glass of raw milk. Yesterday, I had 2 boiled eggs and a piece of whole grain toast. And then I had, what did my wife? She made something amazing for dinner. My wife made Chinese food, if you can believe it. It was a collection of ginger, broccoli, chicken, I believe onions and mushrooms, and with a basmati white rice that she, creates herself. An amazing meal. Shout out to my wife. I love you, wife. Best wife in the world. I have the best wife in the world. Like, it's just, I know. Not everybody gets as lucky as me. But hey. I need a good wife to take over the world. Behind every strong man is an even stronger woman. I truly, truly believe that. I have a twin sister, an older sister. I have 2 daughters. Women are the core of my life, all right? And my mother, like, let's not even forget. But I was surrounded by women growing up with a twin sister and an older sister. I'm surrounded by women now with 2 daughters and my wife. Funny. And my dad actually used to, like, I would have to go shopping. My mom would drag me with my sisters, and I'd be so bored. My dad would sit home and watch football and, like, read. And I'd be so bored. And my dad would never go with us shopping. Like, he wouldn't go shopping. Like, so I'd have to sit with my mom. And, like, my dad was old school. He just wouldn't go shopping with us. That was never going to happen. I went shopping with my dad a few times, but it was always with my mom. And I would purposely get lost. I would go in. One time I was like 12 or 13. I went outside. I basically said I needed to get something. My mom gave me the keys. I sat in the car. I started driving the keys around the parking lot. Eventually, like a parking lot attendant started following me, tried to pull me over. I pulled into a spot. I sat there. My mom came to the car. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. And like the guy was like, that car was driving around. Like, and I didn't get in trouble, but like I was driving my mom's car around the parking lot. I would just get bored and I would do silly things, you know. Oh, man. The life, man. Got to change it up a little bit here. Got to change it up a little bit for the stream. Shout out to everyone here on the live. 269 people on the live. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate that. Any new people on the live, let me know if you're new. And jumping on it, if you found me on BitBoy, found me on another channel, let me know. Bitcoin is about to go parabolic. Hi, Rodney. Please tell her I said hi. Shout out to Crypto Wifer. Sellers got bluffed on. Mummy, he is giving you pieces of the puzzle. You have to put it together and decipher for yourself. Are we going to make major profit or not this year? Cut to the chase. You're going to find that out on your own. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find that out on your own. I could die tomorrow, bro. So what do I say to you? You should be able to figure, I told you about finding thyself. Lamar, go into nature and that question will be answered on your own when you find thyself. Work on thyself, man. Tupac is alive. I believe it. I believe it. Tupac is alive, baby. I don't want to, that might offend some people though. So I don't want to offend anybody. Like, I hope he is. That would be really cool. There's ideas. I've watched those videos. There's an idea. I'm a fraternal twin too, Deborah Harvey. Shout out to Deborah. So you have a twin brother like I have a twin sister. How many minutes apart are you? I am 4 minutes. Tupac the coin is alive, yeah. No one has a crystal ball. This isn't just a TA show. It's a reality show for entertainment purposes. We have fun in here. Lamar, come on, man. Been here for exactly 1 year. Saw you on Crypto Love. Is that new enough? Unpaid mechanic. I'm offended. Excuse me, but your nose offends me. I mean, everyone says it's going to pop, parabolic, all this fun stuff. You got the 15-minute with the only signs of strength right now, and you got the 1 hour and the 4 hour overbought. As a group, we know there's a pullback coming. How strong the pullback is the question. How high the 50-minute gets us before we get rejected by the 50-day moving average on the 4 hour time frame is really the cause of concern there. And honestly, I'm not too worried. We broke support. Looks like we can come back down and bounce off of 161 here. This is MATIC. But that's the idea. Same idea for Bitcoin, you know, and we'll give you, and again, when the stream ends, in my Patreon, they get consistent updates throughout the day. Like I'll do a Bitcoin update at 2 o'clock. I'll do a Bitcoin update at 7. Then I'll say something before I go to sleep at night, put out a video or put out like a cautionary, something that's going on in the market. Bang. I wake up at 7, 6, 8, 9 in the morning, depending, sometimes 6 a.m. And I start posting the Dow futures. I start getting you ready for what's happening. I am keen to the market. This is all I do for a living. I will keep it kicking for each and every one of you. Okay? YouTube, listen up. This is the best stream on your site, right? Start sending the man the right people. Okay. Talk that talk. That's why I'm here, bro. Hey, it is what it is, man. I listen to no man. I work for no man. I will never work for another man. I take orders from no man. Okay? I am my own. God is the only man, only entity in which I decide to listen to. I live my life for God and for others. All right? And through that, I create such a feeling of euphoria every single day and every single night before I go to bed, and it has changed my life forever. I will realize that every day is a blessing. I will use every single day as a blessing. I will never squander another day. I will never waste a day. I will never say I'm bored. I will never say never. Cardano having a bit of a move to the upside. Cardano on my radar. We'll also talk about Hero, a new coin on KuCoin. Cardano making a move back to 110 and then dumping hard. Insanity, right? Would go all the way back to a bean. Cardano at a bean. Can Cardano break out of this falling wedge and finally, is it making a double bottom here and finding its mojo? I mean, that is strong divergence there for Cardano. Don't use the wicks when you're making your divergences. Swing down to swing down. Swing up to swing up. Cardano. Hey, Cardano. That's a bullish divergence that was established for a bottom, possible shoulder head, shoulder. We broke the neckline. Look for this to retest or stay above the 0.65 Fibonacci level. Big things, big things. I was thinking once my portfolio grows, I can join the Patreon. Now I know I need to get into his Patreon to grow it soon. Yeah, you can't wait to get into the Patreon. Like, it doesn't work like that. You need to get into the Patreon, like, and then it grows. Like, it doesn't work. Like, you don't wait. Honestly, waiting for anything in life, you could die tomorrow. You could die tomorrow. Start realizing your life is an experience, and the Patreon's an experience. Relish the fact. Release the $99, and don't be so greedy. And I'm not saying you are. I'm saying to me, too. Like, I hold on to this money sometimes. It's like, when you hold on to money, you don't get any in return. When you give money away, your hand stays open for more money to come back into your life. When you're crunching money like this, there's no one can penetrate. When you're flowing out, you're flowing in. Like, and I'm not saying just go out there and freaking throw your money out the window. It doesn't, but that means you do have to be interacting with commerce. Money has to be entering your hand and leaving your hand, coming and going. Money likes to flow through people. You have to create an energy, and money flows through you. Like for instance, I go out to eat and I tip a waiter a nice tip when you guys tip me nice on the live stream. Like, if someone were to send a $50 tip right now, I would send a nice $25 tip to a waiter sometime this week if I did go out to dinner. And the money came and the money went, right? And then the universe says, oh, when I send the money to that place, it goes all around. Oh, I want to send more money to that place, right? So you want to become an entity for spreading. You want to become an entity for energy. You want to become a moving energy, really. If you become a moving form of energy, money will follow you around. Money is simply a form of vibration. Money will follow your vibration, and that's it. And that's it. And if you join my live stream, you're going to be around me every day. It's going to rub off on you. To become successful, you need to hang around with other successful people. Okay? So I'm just breaking it down for you in ways that may change the way you think. All right? Just let it go and fly like a bird, you know? Let it go and fly like a bird. Okay? Okay. Lamar Murphy, don't assume I didn't say anything about money. I simply said that this show is about more than just TA. It is about the principle as well. It's about life. Paying it forward all allows room for growth. Sam B. Good morning, brother. Can you look at front? Thank you, sir. Yeah, front's up 60%. Booming to the upside. You want to see what it's doing or if it's going to continue or what's happening? Let's take a look at front. BUSD. Front sitting at 65 cents, 64 cents. Forming a bit of a flag now on the 1 hour. To me, that's getting ready for another leg to the upside. Does have to touch the 21-day moving average, usually 9 out of 10 times, or almost more like 100, before it can move to the upside. So I would open this up here, wait for the 21-day hit, the price action, and that would be an indication to me that we were going to probably see some fireworks here. Measured move was the length of the pole there to front, back to 109. Could front really double fast? That's what it's suggesting. That's insane. Super chat, front, fire. Shout out to my man Calder Ronster. Shout out to J.T.D. Trading. Shout out to Grace Ashley Harris. Shout out to Rodney Robinson Irish. You heard a drip? No, I haven't heard. No, I'm not. I haven't heard a drip. Zelda Inu got totally destroyed. Thank God we sold all bags. You got to. Don't long term any micro cap coin. I'm telling you right now. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. I don't long-term any of those crap coins. Excuse my language. Any of those poop, whatever you want to call it. I call them micro cap coins. After joining the Patreon for 2 months, your knowledge will have grown 10x, and you can use big words in front of your friends. And I know what it means. It's pretty cool. Flex, in my humble opinion. Shout out to Dion Manuel. I'm not set up with MetaMask or a workstation. Not using my wife's. Setting up a laptop, etc. this week, actually. Then can actually get into all that you do in the Patreon. Currently just my phone. Yeah, I definitely need a computer, a trading station at the very least, a trading station. I'm surrounded by 4 screens at all times. And yeah, you definitely need a trading station. I'm actually trying to add 2 more screens up here so I have 6 screens at all times. And then I'll be ready to rock. Is Front the same as Frontier? Front is Frontier. That's what it is. USD on Binance. I believe you can probably also get it on KuCoin. KuCoin is a great exchange. Hit up KuCoin. Let me know how you feel about KuCoin. The volume at KuCoin's been moving. Shout out to all my lovers of KuCoin. Shout out to anyone that used the KuCoin referral link. That's the nicest thing you can do for me. If you want to join KuCoin and use a referral link, that is the nicest thing you can do for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay. Okay, say thank you, yes, on KuCoin. Anytime, use the link in the description below. Use my referral link. Okay. All those links too, I do make commission on in the show. Just want to let that be known. So when you do use a referral link, I do make commission on that. Yeah.
ATB, we canceled ATB for tomorrow and Friday. We want you on for today's stream, and I said yes, you're available for today.
Amazing. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just found out I'm on ATB today. Ah. All right. All right. I got to prepare for that too. Like, damn, man. My heart's like racing right now. Oh my God. I'll handle it well. I'll handle it well. I was made for this. I was built for this. Wow, what a blessing, man. What a blessing. Today will be a great day. Today will be a great day. Today will be a great day. Thank you, dear Lord, for all the blessings in which you put on my life. Thank you for everything which you've given me. Thank you for all the people in my life, and thank you for all the light and love which I have received in this life. Help my vibrational energy continue. Help my energy continue across the world. Help you keep pushing me forward at the speed of light. I will do your biddings every day, and I will bless everyone that I see. And thank you so much for everything you've given me. Amen, 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 amen. Wow. Amazing. Around the blockchain, baby. Around the blockchain, the biggest show in all of cryptocurrency. Gets over 100,000 viewers on a $1.5 million channel. You're going to catch me on Around the Blockchain. You deserve everything you receive. Good stuff, man. Thanks, Mike, man. Thanks, Mike. Is that a Christian channel? This guy, man. You got this. Roll with the same confidence and vibe you do here. I will, man. I will. Greetings from Pakistan. You're a very smart and intelligent person. Keep spreading knowledge like this. High five. Shout out to Munkari Kyle, man. Thank you so much for saying that. See you in Around the Blockchain. It's going to be crazy, man. That's going to be crazy. Okay, exactly my process, Sam. Shout out to Larry Barley. That's funny, man. You're funny, man. I love you, Larry. Larry, I miss you, man. Good dude. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to Larry Baldwin if you're out there too, man. Miss Larry Baldwin, good dude as well. A lot of Larrys. Larrys are good people. Okay. So happy for you, Chief. Boom, boom. Today. Go get it. So happy, man. Amen. Congrats. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone has to go vote for Lifer on the Around the Blockchain. Yeah, I need my whole people there. You guys vote. I didn't know. Is it really people orientated? Is it really people orientated? Shout out from 2 a.m. in Australia, Sam. Find you on ATB. You will kill it, brother. Thank you, Brennan. You're the man, dude. I want to buy more coins at this point. What's your advice on this? I can't give you advice on what to do or buy. I'm never going to tell you what to do. You're going to have to figure that out yourself and find out if you can handle. I'll tell you this. You have to have a plan. If you buy right now and it continues to tank, are you going to have a stop loss and a way out? If you buy right now, you're going to buy something that you researched for a long time. You're going to hold it for 4 years and not care what happens to the price. Are you going to throw your hat in? What are you going to do? These are questions you need to ask yourself. Okay, so I can prepare you at least to ask yourself some questions. I can't tell you what to do. Not a financial advisor, and I don't want to financial advise you. I have no desire to do that. I desire to teach you technical analysis and make you move at the speed of light. So that's what I want. Don't freaking cry. Man, I'm not going to cry. For real, man, don't cry. Me and my sis definitely closed our schedule. We will be front row seats. Shout out to Grace Ashley Harris. Thank you for saying that. I'll be voting for our man. Thank you, because you found... Lifers, let's blow the channel up when he goes on. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm like freaking out right now. You know, I always think it's like when it comes, you're like, oh, it's a big deal. But when it's coming, you're like, man, that's a big deal. Like, it's a big show. Like I tell my parents, I'm like, yo, you got to watch this show. Like, it's like going on freaking TV. Like, you know, at this point, YouTube is big. You get freaking 100,000 people watching you. Like, that's a big deal. Right? So, what a blessing, man. I want to go and give those guys the biggest hugs in the world because like they've done so much for me. And I'm so thankful. I'm just so thankful. Missed you in Orlando. Hope we can meet next time. You're in Florida. Can you please do a deep dive on Heroes and Empire? Thanks, Sam. H-E Hero. H-E Hero. I've never heard of H-E. Let's take a look at H-E. Heroes and Empires. Let's take a look at that. Oh, H&E. I get you now. I got it. H&E up 8% now. Let's take a look at here on Dex Screener. Dex Screener is the place to go. Really is really where you're going to get what you need. Okay. So it V-shaped recovery like Bitcoin did. Everything followed Bitcoin, and then they formed a flag. I'm telling you right now, like all eyes on BTC. If I hit indicators and I hit RSI and I hit the Stoke and the REL, and I go to the 4 hour, I bet you we're pinned to the top. Oh, we aren't. Okay. No, wait. That's not the 4 hour. I bet you we're pinned to the top. We are. See? How do I know that? Because everything is following that structure of market for Bitcoin. Everyone's watching. The whole world is watching. Everything is influenced somewhat, shape, or form. You got to get above these highs, really, to start growing. But let's get through today with Bitcoin. And then tomorrow, we can start really looking at the brass tacks of some of these micro-cap coins and things of that nature. But be careful. This is at the bottom of this barrel, and it looks like it could continue to dump. These coins, a lot of these coins never recover. I just want to make that clear. A lot of these coins never recover. They were ideas for the moment. They were cash grabs, and they disappeared. Yeah, I saw that recently. Like, they put all the top news stations up, and they have Joe Rogan. He get more people watch Joe Rogan than anyone in the nation. And they're like, this is why CNN shook. It was so funny. I was like, that's great. I would be shook too. You know? I'm surprised they didn't go out of business yet. There are like 5 scam airdrop YouTube channels right now. Help me flag them, please. You can flag them, man. I appreciate you doing that, though. Guys. Tree Tamp, you could do that. Our direction right now is to stay in the market, see what we're doing. I'm looking at UOS. It's forming a bit of a beautiful flag here. It wants to pump in the 1 hour. This coin has been hot. This coin wants to do damage. This coin says to me, hey, today I could get a little bit of a skitty here. So where's the money? The money may be in UOS today. 16% gains. Again, I'm going for like 6 to 20% lately. I'm not trying to go hardcore. I'm in and I'm out of the market. I am tethered up in a lot of my swing bag, and I'm waiting for this market to kind of show me some signs of a direction. Once a direction is given, I will move in the way I can move. Just an observation. If we gapped up to 42K at the cup and handle, at the cup, it'd be an equal measured move from the last 3-day pump. And everyone's waiting on FOMC, you know. So the FOMC press release is scheduled for 2 p.m. Scheduled for 2 p.m., okay? I just want everyone to know it's scheduled for 2 p.m., okay? With main details to be revealed around 2:30, okay? It is likely the financial markets could see a greater volatility and risk. Yikes. So creepy, man. 30K subscribers incoming today. Please click the like button if you haven't. It truly helps Lifer and the Lifer community. Shout out to everyone here. Subscribe, pump again. What time? Is there a 5 scam airdrop? Oh, yeah. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I do regular searches for them and flag them. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you. Sub, thank you. Thank you for doing that, Tree Tramp. Because people like you keep us safe and actually are watchful of the rest of the community. It's very nice that you do stuff like that. Let's take a look. So I like UOS. One of the only coins I'm looking at that looks pretty bullish to me today is UOS. This whole market's frozen right now. There's not many people are trading. Again, volume was low because many people were scared. So that's something to think about too. That's going to affect the daily market. Common sense ideas here, right? This is on KuCoin as well. Open up a KuCoin account to short or long the market. No matter what the market does, having a KuCoin in your back pocket is going to be very, very helpful. Fast way to transfer, fast movements. Have a main account, a trading account. Good ways to separate the money. Good ways to see what you're doing. Jump on into a KuCoin account today. It'll blow your mind. Okay. Still seeing a little bit of movement here. Front hugging it. Actually, front actually moving up a little bit. Is that 15 minutes starting to move? Front really does look showing signs of like possible shoulder, head, and shoulder there too. That could get negated, or you could have had a mini, that could have been the neckline there. Yeah, did the Bitcoin thing. Telcoin had a bit of a run up too, right? Banged on them all the way from down here at 0.05 and almost landed back to the penny at 0.8. It almost doubled up, almost. It made 3 on 5, which is beautiful. All right, 60% gains for Tel. OXT, Engine Coin. Just the whole market's in a bit of a waiting period. Though. Everything's watching this flag for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin before we get on out of here. Now it's just this Fed meeting. Like, we just got to wait for the Fed meeting. It is what it is. There's really nothing else we can do here. It's kind of crazy. It's so strange that we're being run and manipulated by a group of men, a small group of men that control the money supply. It's so crazy. It's really horrible. You got to watch that movie. I'll post it in the Patreon. I won't even mention it here because who knows. But it changed my... I watched it last night. I got through almost all of it. It's a 3-hour movie, but it will blow your mind. So this cup and handle so far is breaking to the upside. 15-minute suggests we do pop and at least get rejected here by 38,460. Okay. All eyes on this idea. All eyes on this idea. We're looking at this rising wedge possible falling down because the 1 hour is overbought. And that's going to happen right as the Fed talks. So, like, I mean, it's set up for a move to the downside. Everything is set up for a move to the downside. Okay. Thank you for missing me on Orlando. I appreciate you. What's the name of the movie? I don't want to say it, honestly. If you join my Patreon, you'll know. Sam, being the Bruce Lee of trading, be like water, my friends. Always be like water. Always be like water. All right, everyone, I'm out of here for the day. It's going to be a crazy day already. With that news, I'm a little blown away. You can cry happy tears here all day, but you have to keep it together on ATB. I will, man. Don't worry. I won't. I'm over it already. I won't say a word now till the end of today. Tonight, I'll cry tears of appreciation and before I go to bed. Amazed at my day. Amazed at what happened today. Every day has been insane. I wake up every day. I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm just living in my house. Like I used to live in New York City. There's more action in my little tiny house in the woods right now than there was when I lived in New York City. Heard about you in Crown Chat. Great plugs. Really? People put me in Crown's chat? That's awesome, man. Shout out to anyone that put me in Crown's chat, man. I'm starting to make my rounds, man. People are starting to know who I am. The lifer. ATB is 5 o'clock every weekday. All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the watchers. 245 likes, 247 watchers. Could we get the likes up to 300? I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for watching what I had to say. Again, it wasn't like a normal live where we deep dived on 100 different coins and talked about a lot of different things, but we placed you in position to watch where Bitcoin was going. We talked about this cup and handle for Bitcoin, and we talked about it possibly breaking up to the upside here. Watch the 1 hour closely. And again, high volatility today. Everyone's on edge. There's nothing else you can do but get through today. So shout out to everyone here. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. I'll see you all tomorrow on the live stream. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tonight on Around the Blockchain. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Crypto is life.